Hey, Mike with D2D Millionaire here. And are you spending way too much time on your initial approach while selling door to door? Well, today's video, I'm going to go through a couple tips you can use on how to have an effective initial approach while you're selling door to door. So stay tuned. Now, one thing that tends to happen a lot with sales reps is they spend way too much time with the wrong people while they're selling door to door. And they think that if they have a long, drawn out initial approach and sales pitch when they first approach someone on the doors, that's somehow going to magically lead to more sales. And it's actually the opposite, where you can have an effective initial approach in as little as 45 seconds. And the reason why you want to do that is, again, time is money in door-to-door sales. And at the same time, you want to make sure that you're spending time with qualified potential customers rather than people that aren't really interested or fit for what you're offering. So when you format your initial approach in a specific way, you can get a lot of good results while selling door to door. So there's 4 key things that you want to cover in your initial approach to get the best results. The first part is who you are. And that's pretty simple, right? You just say your name and what company you're working with. Not too difficult. You can also decide to inject some of your personality with this first statement. At the same time though, don't be fake or phony or too over the top or scripted, because again, people sense that, and that's immediately going to just position you as a person that's just there to try and sell them something rather than a messenger of good news trying to provide value and help them and solve some kind of problem. So again, who you are, that's the first step by introducing yourself and saying your company. Then why you're there. So again, another thing to really keep in mind is that people want you to have a valid reason for being there. Again, when you're approaching someone in door-to-door sales, you're an uninvited, unwanted guest. So you want to have a valid reason for being there in the neighborhood and knocking on their doors. The best way to do that is by name dropping. Now, ideally, you want to be using existing customers in the neighborhood or potentially even someone that just got started as a customer with you. But worst case scenario, at least name drop someone that you've been talking to. Again, don't lie and say that someone did get started when they didn't. You could just simply say, hey, I was talking to the Smiths down the street, and the reason we're in the neighborhood is that ... Again, then you go into your next step, which is basically what you're offering. Again, the second step, like I said, is why you're there, and you can create an effective reason for that by name dropping and then simply transitioning into what you're offering at that point. So you could say something like, again, I was just in the neighborhood talking to the Smiths down the street, and what we're doing is letting the neighbors know that we're going to be here in the neighborhood. We've got a couple spots left for our technicians route tomorrow. We've got a couple spots that we're looking to fill, and those that do, the next 3 neighbors that get signed up for that, we're actually offering them half off our normal price for those that get signed up for those spots tomorrow. And then from that point, once you've said what you're offering or talked about your discount or your special offer, the next step is going to be asking some type of closing question, and preferably leading into a conversational close. So there's a lot of different ways you could ask a closing question, but one of our favorites that we found is most effective is asking a conversational close, or leading into a conversational closing question. So it could be something along the lines of, how long have you lived in your home? Are you the first owners, or did someone else own this home previously? Who typically does your landscaping? What pest control service did you decide to go with this year? Something along those lines. And there's a couple things that this does. The main point of this conversational close is to gather more information about your potential customer and find possible needs, wants, or problems that you can solve. On top of this, another effective strategy, like I did in a couple of those questions, is basically trying to flesh out potential concerns or objections. So again, like maybe they already have a service that they go with, or they do their own pest control, or again, fill in the blank for whatever industry you promote and what your company offers. So if you can potentially knock out an objection early on, or handle that concern, or at least address that, it's a lot less likely that you're going to somehow get that concern later on, or again when somebody's ready to buy and having them throw out some type of concern or objection that you didn't cover. So again, those are really the 4 steps that you want to have to an effective initial approach while selling door to door. So who you are, why you're there, what you're offering, and then again, asking that closing question, and preferably it's with a conversational close. So when you follow that format, it's pretty simple to keep it quick and under that 45 seconds. And again, it's going to help you get a lot better results, stay on track, and again, to get better results by talking to the right people and spending the right amount of time with people that actually qualify for what you're offering. So again, hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And if you happen to be looking for a new door-to-door sales opportunity this season, be sure to head on over to d2dmillionaire.com/work with D2D. Our team is hiring and we're expanding, looking for some new sales leaders to work with our team. So again, if you feel like that could be you, be sure to head on over to d2dmillionaire.com/work with D2D and fill out that application there. And then one of our team members will get back to you as soon as we can to find out if it could be a fit working with our team. But again, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.